There are more refugees fleeing today in this decade than in a long time. We say that this is the worst crisis in terms of flow and outflow of refugees since the Rwanda genocide. There are conflicts that are continuing to happen, and there is the Syria situation that is producing so many people on the run and so many needs. The problem is that old conflicts never die, and the people who have become refugees have been in this position for years and years and years. And it's up to my organization to sustain these people, and it's up to the political powers to create the conditions that they can go home. But unfortunately, this very seldom that happens in today's age. The financial support from the countries that have been very generous so far is going to dry up, that they'll have to prioritize, and that money for other parts of the world might not be there anymore. What we see is the most generous humanitarians are the poorest countries generally. They're often neighboring countries of conflict zones. When you look at all the refugees that Kenya has taken in, Ethiopia has taken in, now in the Syria context, Lebanon, a country struggling itself, Jordan, also a country with very poor in natural resources. It's unbelievable. 25% of Lebanon's population is now Syrian. That would be as if 16 million Syrians would go to Germany. It's actually just almost impossible to imagine for some European countries. That kind of generosity is something that you can't match in dollars. We do need the dollars of the more wealthy countries, but we also need open hearts and open borders. There used to be a time when being a relief worker had a certain aura of safety and protection. That's over. We've seen now many cases where Red Cross workers were attacked. That symbol, that plus symbol, used to be really holy, as did the press symbol on the chest of journalists. Because of the irregularity of the actors in conflicts now, it seems that respect is completely gone for the humanitarian worker, for the journalist. It's much, much more dangerous to act. We have 350 people working inside Syria. They're risking their lives every day to save people, to help people survive, and it's heroic, frankly. We're trying to carry on the legacy of having been given that great honor of receiving the Nobel Peace Prize twice. UNHCR has an obligation to live up to the legacy of the Nobel Peace Prize. Believe we've continued to do a good job and continued to adapt to a changing, more unpredictable, and at times very dangerous world where there are 42 million refugees who need the help of organizations like mine. We're asking Poland and all countries of Europe to do more for Syrian refugees. The crisis has become so acute. There are 2 million Syrians in the surrounding countries. The surrounding countries are splitting at the seams, and many Syrians are not doing very well in those countries. They're trying to move beyond to other places. Poland has been accepting, and I can just speak about the Syria context right now, a small number of Syrian refugees. Not large numbers haven't been trying to reach Poland. We hope that if more come, that Poland, like other countries in Europe that we're asking, takes a very open approach given the awful suffering that Syrians are going through and the need to share the burden with the neighboring countries of Syria who have taken in 2 million refugees.